Hi everyone, Intuitive Kathleen Miller here, and this is the January 2026 Intuitive Energy Forecast. And I am so excited. This is recording this on December 31st, so it is New Year's Eve. Just incredible turning of the page, being able to really reflect and be in total appreciation for the incredible challenges of this year. This has been one of the most challenging personal years for me of my entire life, for sure. And I'm sure for many of you, I hear that in different ways through my clients and client work. But we are, of course, as many of you know, moving into this fire horse year of the 1, and it's also being called the 10 cycle. And so this is about co-creation. This is really, momentum forward, which I know so many of us are very, very eager for after the year of a lot of deconstruction and sort of personal purging that we went through in 2025. So as I always do, the main highlights for this month, we are really, fire, because of being a fire year, we're going to have fire just showing up pretty regularly. And this with the increased coronal waves, all of the, astrological activity with the star element being just heightened for all of us, being activated within all of us. So those elements are going to be coming up. But specifically for January is actually the air element alongside of these. And so this is, again, breath work, being able to be balanced. Air element also relates to our speech, how we're communicating, how well we're, balancing ourselves with being able to, if you think about a performer, they have to sing and move across stage and be able to handle a lot of different dynamics while holding the breath, while being able to be very consistent in their message or their song. And so this is being really conditioned so that we're keeping the breath and keeping the circulatory system very, very strong. So that points to heart health, that points to circulatory health, and also the central nervous system are the parts of the body to watch. And then the 3rd, 4th, and 6th chakra are also specific chakras for this month as well. I'm going to kind of add that in this year for 2026. And so we're going to start with the 3rd chakra. Specifically, the way they showed it to me or what they said was calling in your light fragments. So all of these pieces, and these are, if you think about the solar plexus with our light, this is our power, this is our identity, this is how we're communicating and being in the world. So we all have energy leaks, let's face it. We have places where we're overgiving, we have places where we're just not boundary the way we really need to be, or we're, just not understanding kind of the power dynamic that's appropriate or healthy for us. And so they're showing me all these. I don't know if you've seen the Harry Potter movie. There's one where he actually opens this little thing and all the lights come back into this little piece that he's carrying, and that's the imagery I got, is we need to call these light fragments back that we have leaked out or that are going to inappropriate places. So this can be where you're powering circumstances, you're putting your power into people, you're giving in to others' neediness too much, and so we've got to recollect that energy. It's very important for our own balance and also our long-term battery life. If you think about solar plexus, it is our battery, and we've got to have those charged really well to be able to be creating the way we really can this year. And so watching those energy leaks for you and keeping the battery high are really important there. So that's number 1. Number 2, and this was a funny one, and they gave some words to switch out with it, but the first one I heard was setting the rescue projects free. and the image I got was, if you rescue a pet, or if you're, we all have pet projects. And so they were saying fixing, helping, saving, where we're in rescue mode with people. Sometimes it's with companies, sometimes this is relationships, this can be family. So it can really apply to a lot of places. It's not literally a pet, but it could be an animal as well. But it's time to be setting some of those projects free. And you may not realize how much bandwidth are going into those. And again, sometimes we'll manifest these things because they're a great distraction, or it's something that we don't really realize how much energy is going into it. And I really was called out a lot this last year myself on how much energy I was putting into distraction just to cope. I mean, we're just coping with the stress, or we just want a bit of an escape, and then that can become not a great habit. So really looking at, your circumstances. And they said, it's all the places you've been nurturing who now need to find their own way home. Okay. And again, literal animal, person, place, company, project, contributions. It's not judging this as wrong by any means, but it's being able to evaluate the energies where a bit of, and this is the sixth chakra, so where a bit of your focus, but you're visioning, you're putting a lot of mental energy around it, either anticipatory or kind of coordinating to put energy into those things. So similar to the first one where we're calling light back, this is really getting our mental wellness bandwidth back as well. If it's going somewhere where we need that energy to be creating, we need that energy to be anticipating or planning. So bringing those back in. And then 3 is the heart chakra. And this one is being the truest love of your own life. And this is something I say a lot to clients. If you're not in love with yourself, you're not really in love with anyone, or you're not capable of true love with anyone. So we've got to have and really coordinate that. And I don't mean it in a pop psychology way. I mean it in a true embodiment, receiving, fully accepting the self, fully nurturing the self, fully showing up for the self, and in a way that we are really embodying our deepest truth and being good with that, and healing the parts that are where we're not letting ourselves go into the core, kind of the inner heart of ourselves. And this is really, again, a lot of us did this emotional work through 2025, but it's that brutal, the places where we've been rejected, or we've abandoned ourselves, or we've, just not been loving to the self, and being able to apologize that, certainly bringing that to the body as well, apologizing to the body pretty consistently. And as we do this, one, it kind of rebuilds trust for ourselves, but it also does deepen this heart, where this sort of relaxed knowing that, wow, I have my own back, and I am fully supported with the universe with that too. And I am able to move forward. Now a partner can really create a whole different expansive from that. But for most people, it's, I need this person to come in, and then my soulmate, my twin flame, all these, then I'll have these dynamic energies in myself. And it's, no, we've got to be that full dynamic aspect of the full inner heart and heart capacity, fully embodied first. And then all those can't not show up once you're there. So that's the work. And again, heart health too is really for at least the first half of 2026. I do encourage really watching, and the sense that I get is because of some of these high bandwidths of electrical flow that are coming to the planet, that these magnetic storms and different things, it does hit our heart and our circulatory system. So as we're really healthy and really, really balanced there, then we can manage it. Okay. It's kind of like the shocks. We're be able to handle the bigger waves of electrical energies that we're all going to have to be integrating. And the healthier we are, it's just like the analogy I use all the time, the more conditioned we are, the more we don't even notice it. It's just fine. But if that area is not healthy and we're not taking care of our bodies and we're ignoring a lot of issues, then this is where the nervous system and a lot of these things can fall short, and we can have some different challenges there. So keep an eye on that. Again, light, fire, crystal, and air elements are the kind of the highlights for January specifically. And then, really taking it 1 month at a time, because the sense I got is we're going to pivot more dynamic. Like what we went through this last year was almost as though it was 3-month segments of phases and kind of cycle entries and closings out. This year, that's happening now within a 30-day period. There's an acceleration, there's a condensing that's happening, which is part of that breath and being able to handle it. Because as we're really, really stable, not only can we handle it well, but we can really flow with it and have it be helping us to leverage all of these new capacities that have been coming in over kind of the second half of last year. So those now are coming to the forefront. So for some of us, this is, now you're on stage. Now you're aligned with this collaboration that you've been preparing for years. Now you're ready for the big change you've been asking for, anticipating. So those are the main highlights there. I also want to make a note, and depending on how far in the future you're listening to this, at the moment there is a New Year kickoff discount that is on my sessions page at intuitivelifestylesuccess.com. So if you are wanting a session to kind of flesh out 2025, to kind of really do a strong reset or get your ducks in a row for support to have your best year, I am offering, those sessions they're always available, but there is a New Year incentive because I know we just got through the holidays and hopefully we all had a wonderful Christmas and had some fun, but that is there for you to help that be more manageable. And otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year, everyone. I wish you so much love and abundance and joy and really, elevating our positive expectation for divine justice globally, that we are moving to unity conscious leaders that are truly benevolent for the whole, that we are moving to benevolent energy systems that are reconstructing our planet and all of our resources. And we're really moving to this phase of transitioning to this rightful alignment of where the resources really are. And that is really the true source and body that we all are. And as we do that, this fear of running out of time, all these distortions really become non-issues, or they don't exist anymore, because we're building from that coherent space of unity, true source embodiment. And the more we are consistently in that vibrational alignment, the better, the faster, the more dynamic we get to move forward in a healthier, happier, more resilient future for everyone, for the all. So I hope that is helpful. Thank you so much again. Have a wonderful new year, and I hope to see you soon. Be well.